Okay, now in this video we will discuss here the rest part of the force of friction here. In the first video I will discuss here the angle of friction, that is the value will be equal to tan theta equal to mu s. Now we have to discuss here what is the angle of repose. So angle of repose means when we take an inclined plane here and a body is placed on that inclined plane, so that inclined plane makes some angle alpha. So we have to discuss here about that angle alpha. Here is alpha equal to the angle of repose. So this angle of repose can be defined as the minimum angle made by this inclined plane, that is here alpha, inclined plane with the horizontal surface, such that the body lying on this inclined plane is just sliding down, is called angle of repose. So when suppose we have to increase that value angle alpha and on the inclined plane, and a condition is reached at a particular angle of alpha, the body is sliding down. So at this situation, that particular minimum angle of alpha between the horizontal surface and the inclined plane, that is called angle of repose. Now we have to discuss here about angle of repose when the body just sliding. In that situation, F is the maximum limiting force of friction acting in the opposite direction, because body is sliding in the downward direction. And when we draw a vector here for mg, so mg is acting vertically downward, W equal to mg. Now when we draw the normal reaction on this surface perpendicular to the surface, when we draw in the downward direction, so this angle alpha will be equal to the angle alpha made by this vertical line, means the line of action through which the weight of the body is acting in the vertical direction, and the opposite of the normal reaction, that is equal to alpha. So that angle alpha is write down in terms of their rectangular component. So mg, this vector is write down in terms of their rectangular component. It makes an angle alpha. So the alpha in this direction, means in the opposite direction of the normal reaction R, this is equal to mg cos alpha. It is the one rectangular component of the weight mg, and another is just rectangular of this, that is equal to mg sin alpha. It is acting in the downward direction. So from this diagram, the limiting force of friction F, that is F, it is counterbalanced by this force mg sin alpha. This is the equation. This is equation number here is 3. We have to write equation number 4, and then this normal reaction R is counterbalanced by the mg cos alpha. Now here is R equal to mg cos alpha. This is the equation number 5. Now to find out the value of alpha, we have to divide equation 4 by 5. Now divide equation 4 by 5. Equation 4 by equation 5 we have. Now F upon R will be equal to mg sin alpha divided by mg cos alpha. Now mg cancel by mg, sin alpha upon cos alpha, that is equal to tan alpha, and here is equal to F upon R. Now again we know that F upon R equal to mu s. So it is again mu s. So in this is the equation number 6. So when we compare the equation number 2 and 6, so from this we can write the result here. The F upon R, since it is equal to mu s, so tan alpha will be equal to mu s, and this is the equation number 7. Now we have to write here from the equation number 3 and equation number 7, the new result can be write here, and that is gives the relation, that equation gives the relation between the angle of friction and angle of repose. So from equation number 3 and 7, from equation 3 and 7 we have, that is because both are equal to mu s, So therefore tan theta will be equal to tan alpha. Now tan can be cancelled by 10, so theta equal to alpha. So from this expression we can say that the angle of friction is always equal to angle of repose. Therefore the angle of friction is always equal to the angle of repose. So this is the relation in between the angle of friction and angle of repose, because theta is equal to alpha. Now this is the very important topic, and it can be asked in the examination. Now write the definitions of the angle of friction, angle of repose, draw this diagram, and also establish a relation between the theta and alpha. So this is an important topic, and I hope that you have to understand this complete topic, and that topic will be maybe asked in your examination. So it is important from the examination point of view. Okay, thank you very much.